Hi guys, how are we? Vancouver, stroke no limits. Alright, now I want to talk about tapering today. Just doing some research on different ways of tapering, and everyone's different, and tapering works in different ways. And I've just been trialing a few different aspects of the lead into an event for tapering, and um, doing 3 events back to back in the last 3 weeks, and still trying to maintain um, a heavier training load, being my ultimate goal being Port Macquarie on the 7th of May, Ironman. And I had a few smaller races, like I had a club race up at Tom Marie, had the Sparkle Triathlon, had Long Course Husky, and also had last weekend gone Try the Gong, Elite Energies Wollongong Triathlon, and so actually that's 4 weeks of racing in a row. So and this week I've got a heavy load coming into. Going to be doing a big bike set up at trialing the Port Macquarie bike course. Then we've got the running festival on the Sunday, which I'll be doing the 5, 10, and 21k. So and I'll be pacing for 45 minutes for the 10k and 100 minutes for the 21 and 5k. See how I feel at the end. But yeah, just been looking at different ways. Like on the weekend when I did Wollongong, I basically didn't feel it was an Olympic distance, and so 1.5, 40, and 10. All I had during the event was a gel, which was on about 3k into the run. So as far as the swim and the bike, I didn't have anything. I had my Tailwind in a bottle, which was 200 calories, which I was going to use instead of having the gel, but which was performance. But I dropped my water bottle. My fingers are a bit numb in the cold. And when I went to grab a sip, I hit a bit of a bump and dropped it, so I lost my bottle. But I had the gel just in case. So I did have had the gel about 3k into the run. The morning of, I just had about 100 calories of Tailwind and a banana. The night before was just my normal veggies with some sweet potato and steak and a cider. The week before that, during Spark Elmore, I used 200 calories of Tailwind through the race, and I had 100 calories before the race, and same with the dinner. So again, I'm not overloading on the fuel or anything like that. And the Tom Marie race, I used 200 calories throughout the event, which was 1k swim, 33 bike, and a 9k run. Again, not really only using the 200 calories, which was on the bike, and the run was fine. Again, having no issues with bonking or anything like that. And the long course for Huskisson, I had 100 calories of Tailwind in the morning before the race, and that was with a banana. And during the event, I had 200 calories of Tailwind, and I had 2 gels. Yeah, 2 gels. One at about the 4k in the run, and one at about the 12k in the run, just so to keep me topped up. And it's more mentally. It's getting body detecting sugar and releasing just the taste of the sugar can release the chemicals in dance, and you've got energy. Keep going through. But talking about tapering, and they've done a lot of research, and it's actually come to the conclusion a lot of people get sick come race week, and or develop issues in the race where their stomach's getting digestive issues. Now I had this in Husky Long Course. I got stomach cramps and felt really upset in the stomach, and this was because I had actually when it comes to food that my body wasn't used to having, and that's what they're linking in with the whole aspect of what's hampering people with their taper is it's gut health. So I'm now aligning myself with some products that that are natural based and that have a prebiotic and a probiotic as well, which will it's all about gut health. Now, with a prebiotic, you get through, which is sort of generally stuff that's lower GI but high in fibre, so leafy greens like your broccoli, your spinach, your kale, all those sort of things, cabbages, also, it's gone for a second, like your bananas and sweet potato, etc. Your probiotics are generally come from other sources, so like your generally your natural yogurts, your um, like fish and that sort of stuff, and your amino acids can be very good for that as well. But you can get them in tablet forms as well. So it's all about gut health. So and then when it comes to race day, and if you're eating food the lead up to the event and on during the event that your stomach's not used to, you're only going to cause havoc in the digestive system. So just because you are tapering, so your exercise is probably backing off a little bit, which is generally I like to follow the form of backing off the volume, keeping a little bit of an intensity in there, but backing off the volume, but still keeping into a routine so your body still knows what it's doing. So coming race day, you're not just coming into a race off, say 2 hours of exercise when you used to be doing 6, for instance. So just keeping in a routine, so your body's firing, your body's knowing what it needs to do, but you're just backing off the intensity and the volume, but still keeping some specific intensity in there, so you're still firing the fast twitch muscles, etc. But again, if you're carb loading, overloading on and food that you're not used to, like what I was saying about at Husky, I was away the entire weekend, and that the dinner I did pack most of my food for my breakfast, and it was just during that lunch and dinner I went for a burger, and because I couldn't get my hands on any sweet potato, I ended up going for potato, and I really felt the bread in my gut coming race day as well, and I got digestive issues as well, which also came down to a bar that I grabbed on the go, and I had that on the bike, which I'm not used to having. Having that, I think, caused a little bit of issues just through the intensity that because the blood's getting pulled out of your gut, and it's not getting into your digestive system. So plus it was a very hot day, so hydration played an issue. So the blood being pulled from the stomach didn't quite align, and the food being digested. I probably shouldn't have had the bar, because by the time I got to the run, it's different biomechanics, different your body digests the blood flow and the blood into your muscles and into your stomach, etc. So it caused digestive issues. So I think that was a lot to do with it. But again, if you're planning a race, you need to practice your nutrition. You need to practice and get your body used to performing, but still digesting as well, and looking after your gut leading into the race. Because if you're going to be tapering, your body's changing again. So you've got to be aware that the food that you're actually supplying energy for, that it's going to look after your immune system, because generally your body, and it's linked in with your mind, you get hungry and leading up to an event, and you get a bit tired, and when you're tapering, because you're backing off, because you're not you're just out of routine a little bit, but your body knows what it needs to do. So, and that also comes down to your mind about the extra stress. So your sleep might not be a little bit good. You might not be. You just 100 things start running through your head, and the if, the could, the should, am I ready? All those thoughts, and that's stress. So stress in the mind, your body is linked. It's going to cause gut distress. And if you overload your food with your body with food that it's not used to, it's all going to play havoc. So it's one big piece in the puzzle, is just you got to keep looking at the big picture. So those questions are going to come in. Oh, am I ready? Am I going to do this? What happens? This happens. So you always got to have a backup plan, have a plan. But you've got to. I mean, why do we train? We train to perform on race day. So race day is only going to be what it is and what we've practiced in our training. That's why the events are just the icing on the cake. Because what we've done the weeks, the months, the year, whatever leading up to, is going to be the result on race day. So it is going to be what it is. But if you haven't practiced things, it's no point practicing the week of the race or the race day. It's too late. So we need to think big picture. We need to just forget about all the worry and just focus on the now. Keep focusing on where you're at now. And again, your gut health is very important. So make sure if you want to use something in the event or the race, try it before race day. And hence why I'm sort of finding what works for me the best come 9 weeks to Ironman. So I've had a few races that I've been trialing different things, and I've pretty much got it down to what I know is going to work for me the best. But you need good gut health leading into it, so then you're not going to get sick because your immune system's not going to be run down, and adding garlic and ginger and all those sort of things. So hit me up, guys. You want some more questions about nutrition and gut health, etc. Happy to lead you into for the right people to contact, and give you the right direction to who to speak to and offer the best advice I can. Because I'm not a doctor or anything like that, and I don't say that I am, but I do a lot of research in this sort of stuff, and I have studied a lot in that aspect. So hopefully I can put you speak to the right people. But thanks a lot, guys, and I hope you picked up something from this. Cheers.